Well, we're pretty happy of such a project. I think that a community security in public places for families is a top priority for council members. With that being said, it was a large item with $65,000 investment on a project like this, and I'd have to add also a lot of uncertainties to go with a project like that. If you're Are you buying the right amount of cameras, the type of cameras that you're purchasing as well, do they function in the winter? Are we better with solar cameras? So and also to see what's the impact going to be on our bylaw officers. What's the workload? Is it going to help reduce? Part of it is what we're looking for. I mean, if you have cameras in a park in Hammond, and you do want to have some supervision there, well, the officer could, in his car, simply open up the laptop and see, okay, look, there's no one in the park there, so there's no reason maybe to drive all the way to the park at that point, and we could, allocate resources elsewhere. So there's a positive to that. But at the same time, if you go from 0 cameras to 26, well, you end up in a situation where, do we need to hire someone who's going to be watching all these screens all the time, or how are we going to be using this and support? So I think if you're going with 15 cameras, and then that way you could 6 cameras, and you could target specific areas, like we mentioned, especially the skate park would be an area that we have concern over. So having 2 cameras there, and really help out our officers as well as the OPP with added surveillance there, we think it's a good idea. And then we'll also get the feedback on the cameras themselves. Did we purchase them well? And then we can just go on from there at next year's budget, see if we want to go forward with increasing this project or not.
And with the 6 that have been approved, do you have any idea what kind of, what locations exactly you want these put up in yet?
Well, what the department mentioned to us is that clearly there was some anxiety about the skate park, so we did want to target that one for sure. And then we've asked the department to say, okay, well, you guys come back with a report and you let us know where do you think it would be a best place to be. We have some parks where graffiti seems to be more of an issue, other parks where we have some dumping that's taking place that we don't want to have. So I think we'll just go from the department to see, where do they think would be the best place to target them, and simply go from there.
And in terms of when they'll be coming up, I know the preliminary budget meetings have only just finished. Do we have an idea when these cameras might be purchased and installed?
Yeah, this was really a big budget, and we were pretty happy at what we've been able to do with this new pilot project. Scaling it down, we've been able to remove another 0.25% on the increase. So we're only at a 1.25% increase for the budget this year, plus another person to roads. So I mean, this is a really good budget that we've done. Hopefully on November 16th it gets voted in, and if everything is approved, then the parks are closed during the winter anyways. So by springtime, hopefully we would be on top, ready to go with this pilot project.
That's great, Don. I'll catch up with you, I'm sure, once again when the cameras are put in place and we can see how they're working.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Perfect.